Let's go there now live where the EFF's Chairperson Veronica Mente is currently on the podium.
To Dr. Ruth Tungagamudir. We're not here for anything else, but we're here to grow the organization. But in order to grow that organization, what tools in this toolbox do we need? In that toolbox, you've already elected your regional command teams. You now need the tools to take those resolutions forward. And in that toolbox, just like we did in the branch assemblies, we must explain what does it mean in this organization of the EFF to be a PCT member. Are you available because you think you are fit and proper? Are we as delegates seeing you as fit and proper to fit the mandate that we have taken in our regional conferences, which today we are going to take the same resolutions and go and discuss them in commissions, and those resolutions were coming to go out, we are going to go out of commissions with. Is this toolbox fit and proper to advance the economic freedom in our lifetime? You can't be the chair of a branch if the terrain you are working on, you don't understand it. If you don't know how many VDs are in your branch, you can't chair that branch. Because tomorrow, you will think that the existence of the EFF is within your VD. And when we say we need VD ETF, you get shocked. When they say your branch has got 8 VDs, and you start saying, I didn't think that I have to travel that far. It's the same thing that comes to this platform. To grow this organization, we need soldiers. We need discipline. We need commitment. We don't need a situation where people are going to come and say, I wasn't aware that I have to do this. But equally, we don't need a situation where there's few people who are pulling and the rest are just earning and reaping the rewards because of other people's tears and sweat. So as delegates today to grow this organization, you are here to do that assessment. And you are here to do that assessment without fear or favor. Because whatever it is that other people say about the EFF remains the only organization and hope of our people. We remain the only hope for this country. We remain the only hope for this continent. So in order for us, here we are bordering many countries. Zimbabwe is closer to us. Mozambique is closer to us. Lesotho is here in our province. Botswana is here in our province. Can the Northwest account on what does the EFF Botswana do? Do we even have EFF in Botswana? What are we doing in order to advance the Pan-Africanism of this continent? We need such leaders. We need leaders that are not lazy. Laziness is not part of our agenda. Sleeping is not part of our agenda. So today is your day, delegates, to take stock of the past 4 years, critique the past 4 years, but equally, you must bring solutions to the way forward. We are not here to insult each other. We are here to build each other. We are here to build and make sure that the EFF is growing. So the performance of the regions of the Northwest in terms of the 1 million membership should equally be assessed thoroughly by delegates. You should not be comfortable when in your sub-region of 10 wards, only 5 wards are contributing to the 1 million membership, and there is 5 wards that are doing absolutely nothing. And those 5 wards have been recorded during the RPAs as the wards that have been launched, and they are branches of the organization. So as branches in a sub-region, you should have a relationship with other branches because you are a unit. You should seek to understand, why are we not seeing a Red Friday in Ward 1 of our own sub-region? And when there's that Red Friday, you must go and support them. Because to build this organization way back from 2013, we didn't get here by insulting each other. We got here by building each other, by supporting each other. All these provinces, at some point, we would call all public representatives. We didn't even have councillors at the time, to come and build each province so that the unit grows as one. We can't have a situation when we say it's war and we are calling and Ntombovuyo, only 2 branches are available, and we can say we send a bus. Fighters, what we are doing now of growing the organization and the 1 million membership means that when we say Northwest, can you host an anniversary, we should not be worried about the presence of ground forces and fighters who are going to attend. It should be easy to say, in my branch you can send a bus, I'll give you pickup points. Because that's the unit which is working. So a branch that is not a unit and it's not working is a branch that is taking the progress of other branches backwards. But for that branch to move forward, all of us, we need to sit down as a sub-region and always take an account of where is Ward 1, where is Ward 2, where is Ward 3, and what are you doing at Ward 3? The Constitution is clear that what is it that you must do as a branch on a daily basis. The unit which is called a branch in the EFF is that unit which has doctors of society. You are social workers of society. You are nurses. You are teachers. You are firefighters. You are police. If you are a chair or you are a BCT of a branch and you have never been receiving calls that there is a certain house burning and we need the EFF to assist us, it means the people don't know you. So we need a province that is going to make sure that the revival of such branches is taking place. It's a revival of making sure that this unit, even beyond us reaching the 1 million, we become a strong force. And a force which is well coordinated, that we do not need to be screaming at anyone. If we call a branch chair and say we need 20 ground forces, it shouldn't take a branch chairperson more than 20 minutes to say, this is the number of people that I'm giving you. That's what it takes to build an organization. It's an organization of people who know each other. If you are branches that don't know each other from today, you must make sure that when you go back home, you ask your RCT, can you deploy someone to our sub-region? We need a meeting of all branches and just take account of what's happening in our place. Because when you need to pull a march for not having water, you can't be looking all over the place. When you don't have water and you have to march, to the municipality. As a unit, you must be able to pull that without having people coming from everywhere else. And that is why during elections, it's going to be very easy for branches to produce VDETFs. You produce VDETFs simply because you have a human resource and you have ground forces that are committed to the cause, that on a daily basis, when you say Red Friday, you don't have to call people every day. When on the WhatsApp group you put a calendar of a branch to say, from this day, this is what we are doing. We are visiting a clinic that didn't give people medicines. Tomorrow we are going to a school principal who has complained that the toilets are not working, to have a meeting with that principal in order to find a way forward. That's what we do as this organization. We don't get here to look at each other. We are here for the people. But for the organization to reach that 1 million membership is when the visibility and the commitment to the community you are in is working. We are not going to recruit anyone if you are not committed. If they don't see you, why should they join? They can't join if they cannot see you, fighters. Equally, fighters, we don't pay membership for anyone. People join willingly because they want to be members of the organization. They have taken a decision that I'm leaving everything else behind and I'm putting a stamp and my signature on this form and commit and declare that I am a member of this organization and I shall work for my people. And that's what it means to grow an organization. Now, fighters, this province is an official opposition in government. Are we willing to lose that? Do you as delegates want to lose that position? It means that in 2024, we want to be government. For 2 terms, we've been official opposition. So this congregation here must take a solid resolution on how do we get to 2024 and be government. You've been an official opposition for 2 terms. I'm sure there's many lessons you've learned. And this congregation today must bring us a solution from yourselves. How do we get to 2024 successfully? And I want to advise you, where is Mahikeng Ward 5? Where are the delegates of Mahikeng Ward 5? You must ask the Ngagamudiri Mulema leadership. How do you work the ground? Yes. How, ask those comrades, how do you work the ground and successfully, with a huge margin, win a ward? Because it starts by winning a ward to win a province. You can't win a province if you can't win a ward. So winning a ward means, as from today, most of you as delegates here, you are chairpersons and secretaries of branches. When you go back home, you call your BCT meeting and ask yourself, are we contributing towards the 1 million membership? And we doing that successfully? If so, how many members of this community are registered by us as the BCT? Because you can't expect people to vote when you did not register them. So for us to get out of the position of being an official opposition and be government, let's go and register our people. Let's go and register our young people. Let's take the student command along. If you have a campus in your sub-region, go and assist the student command. Get the young people registered, because that's where the EFF votes are. You are not going to win a province if you are not intent with your ward. Your ward must be intact, and you should be comfortable and be a person who can speak without fear or favor that you can bring by-elections at any day. Here I have ground forces. Here we have voters. Here we service our people. Because after they have joined, they need service. Fighters were not going to service people because we're in government. We service our people now. You don't call yourself a government in waiting and think that you are going to practice when you are in government. That is why we are in this mess we are in today. Because the people that were getting themselves ready to govern, they did not practice to govern. They just went in deep, pool, heads in, like Malume who went into the swimming pool. And when they got in, they realized, we need some reinforcement. Practice today. You can't have a ward that is full of filth and people are dumping everywhere. There is an EFF ward. An EFF ward can't have a dumping zone with papers flying everywhere. An EFF ward finds a way to go to the municipality and demand that we need the recycling bin to be placed there so that our people can place in a dumping bin, a trash bin. We can't be dumping in an open field because that's harm to our children, to our health, and especially to our old people. That is why they call you an advanced detachment of the people. When you call yourself a vanguard of the people, what do you do for the people in order for them to recognize you, to recognize your presence, and know that you are there? So coming out of here, your resolutions should be clear in terms of governance. What are we doing in governance to make sure that our people are serviced? We have public representatives. They must be able to know the systems of municipalities. How do you get a recycling bin to be in each and every community? Not a ward, because a ward is very big. We should go and demand that. We have overflowing drainages everywhere. Municipalities is not taken to task. We must go and take municipality to task. They are paid for that. They receive budget for that. But you can't be a branch of an EFF that the last day you met was that day you went to the BPA and you were elected. And you can't be a delegate here that the last day you saw other people of your branches, that day you were nominated as a delegate. And then you come and say, we are taking over 2024. Every 2 weeks, you should be able to see each other face to face. But the BCT on a weekly basis should be taking stock of what have we done for our people this week. If we can't do that, we can't be government. Because this government is going to have ministers from yourselves. In the EFF, we don't have cadre deployment. We're going to have MMs from yourselves. What kind of an MM are you going to be when you have never, for a single day, went to clean a park for the children to play? How are you going to be a public representative when you have never called for the children to come and play in the area and the park created by the EFF branch? If we fail to service our people are not going to be anything to us. They are not going to contribute. We are now looking for 1 million membership. The following year, we are looking into giving our members political education. but the branch itself should know by now what is it that we need. And that will inform you of a kind of a leadership you are looking for today. The reason why you are going to wait for the person seated next to you to tell you who can be a leader is because you as a branch have never interacted with leadership. As a unit of a branch at the ground level, you must be able to call your leaders on a daily basis. That leaders are in this clinic, and the sister in charge is telling me they have never received medicine for 2 weeks now. You are not there to fight with the sister in charge, but the sister in charge is giving you grievances. And when you have never interacted with the leaders you want to bring here, what is it that they have done for you? Have you ever called for them? Have you ever gone to SASA with a list of people who have nothing, that go to bed without food, children who go to school without proper uniform? Have you ever gone to SASA yourself to say, I'm here to ask for food parcels to be provided to that particular household? Because in our branch, we know the children who go to school barefoot. In our branch, we know the household who go to bed hungry. In our branch, we know of a girl child who goes to school without a sanitary towel and has to come back because there's no solution. That's governance. That's the service our people are looking for. Our people are not looking for terms of Marxism. Those are our tools when we sit together and interchange ideas. When we exchange ideas and we use that to go and fight on the ground. But you can't go to our people and give them big English. Our people are looking for solutions. Are you part of a solution in your community? Are the leaders that are here part of the solutions in our communities? We're going to go to an organizational report. And an organizational report is going to tell you of each and every individual in the PCT of what is it that they've done for us. All of us as delegates here, they led us for the past 4 years, and today we want accountability. Are we helping our people or are we helping ourselves? Fighters in governance, DSG, I would be failing if I don't mention this. Public representatives. Just like what I've seen earlier on happening here, a fighter trying to speak on behalf of another branch. We don't have such a culture in the EFF. Because you as a branch, you have your own brain.
Well, the chairperson of the EFF, Veronica Mente, there in the North West.